political and public health officials work to get more American adults to sign up for a COVID-19 vaccine, researchers are working on the next phase of the fight against the coronavirus, protecting young children. Both Pfizer and Moderna are in active clinical trials for their vaccines with children under the age of 16. ABC's Kayna Whitworth has an inside look at the trials and those families taking part.
Tonight, nearly 140 million American adults have received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine, with more than 96 million adults fully vaccinated against the deadly disease.
See, buddy?
And now researchers are hard at work conducting vaccine trials on the youngest generation, which many doctors believe is crucial to reaching herd immunity.
Children under 18 make up 85 million people in this country, so that's about 20% of the population. And it's a substantial contribution to reducing transmission of the virus.
Today, kids as young as 6 months old are taking part in trials for both Moderna and Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccines with their parents' consent.
Far away.
Dr. Zena Good enrolled both her sons in Stanford Hospital's Pfizer trial.
So we thought participating is a really good way to protect our kids. And so far, because this vaccine has been tested in a lot of teenagers and so many adults, and it was shown very safe, we felt pretty comfortable to participate.
7-month-old Soren, one of the youngest in the trial, received his first shot last week. Mom says he's doing well. His older brother, 3-year-old Andel, also got the shot.
Did he experience any side effects from the vaccine?
He had a sore arm for a day and was a little bit low on energy for like a day, but yes, that's not much.
We're not sure it's even side effects. He might have just been tired that morning.
Dr. Good is an immunologist who has studied the virus at length and says she and her husband are confident in the safety of the vaccine.
The data is very clear. Those who get vaccines, like these mRNA vaccines, at least, they are protected and they don't really have any real side effects or long-term consequences.
Dr. Angela LaCour's 3-year-old daughter is also in the trial.
Hey, how about that? That's it.
Look at you, brave kid.
Gosh, you are the brave.
She says she feels strongly that doing this isn't just about keeping her child safe.
We're just so lucky that we have a healthy child, and so grateful that she's able to be part of this. But I think knowing that there are so many other parents out there whose children are vulnerable and maybe struggling, and they're really waiting for the vaccine to become a reality, her being able to be part of this and make that as a reality for other families. And as a mom, I can't imagine what that fear must be like for them. We're just so proud of her.
Outside of a fever, a rash at the injection site, did they talk to you about any potential side effects?
I know that in very extreme and rare circumstances, like they couldn't even give us a rate for this, there's the risk of anaphylaxis. And again, she hasn't had any kind of reaction to other vaccines, so not something I was very concerned about. But it also brought us a lot of comfort that we were doing this across the street from the hospital.
Both families tell ABC News they understand the potential risks of taking part in the trial, but believe any risks are far outweighed by the potential protection of the vaccine.
When it comes down to it, it's about weighing the risks. What are the risks of the vaccine and what are the risks of the virus? And the risks of the virus are pretty clear.
These vaccines have been given to tens of millions of people around the world, and the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines have been shown to be extremely safe and appear to be highly effective. And my hope is that we will see the same thing for children.
COVID-19 has killed at least 573,000 Americans since the pandemic began. Fewer than 450 of those deaths were under the age of 18.
Children can become infected. Children can transmit to other people, and they can actually become symptomatic as well. So yes, it doesn't seem to act the same way as it does in adults and older children, but it definitely does infect them, and they can actually transmit to others.
Dr. Steve Plimpton is the principal investigator for Moderna's trial in children.
We're also going to be protecting those around those children, the teachers, the parents at home, the grandparents at home. So that's the unspoken benefit of this study.
In Moderna's phase 1 trial, all kids will follow up for their second shot after 28 days, and in Pfizer, 21 days later. Researchers refer to this as a dosing trial as they try to figure out how much of the vaccine kids can tolerate and how much they need to be protected. After researchers find an appropriate dose with the younger children, they move on to the second part of the trial, and that includes splitting the kids into a placebo and a treatment group.
So we'll follow these children out for a year to determine how they've done with it.
Pfizer's study involves 5,000 kids nationwide, and they say they hope to have the results by winter. In the meantime, doctors say protecting against variants spreading in children will remain a challenge. For now, the vaccines are holding up against all known COVID-19 variants. And for the families participating in the trial, some peace of mind, knowing their children may have early protection.
Not knowing if this is the kind of virus that would come back later in life, like those things concern me. And we know that she'd probably be fine if she got COVID now, but who knows what would happen down the road. So again, protecting her in that way brings us a lot of comfort.
Lindsay, Pfizer has already completed their trial on older kids, so they have applied to the FDA for emergency use authorization on kids as young as 12. And Dr. Anthony Fauci predicts that by the beginning of 2022, all kids could be eligible to receive a vaccine. Lindsay?
Kayna, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.